Persuaded by her best friend, the woman went to a nightclub. They had planned to get drunk and ask some male models to dance for them, yet when the woman turned around, she bumped into her fiancé. Being heavily intoxicated, she didn't recognize the man in front of her as her fiancé at all. She only thought he was extremely handsome. So she took the initiative to ask him to kiss her, but the man just stared at her coldly. This coldness reminded her of her fiancé. In truth, the woman wasn't from this world. She had accidentally transmigrated into a novel and become a villainess. To escape the tragic fate of her character, she tried every day to make the CEO fall in love with her. She deliberately wore the CEO's clothes and danced in the rain, then pretended to bump into him by chance. When he ignored her, she hugged him actively. She thought this would make him fall for her, but he pushed her away abruptly. Fortunately, the woman refused to give up. She knew that if she didn't make the CEO love her before the novel's female lead returned to the country, she would be framed for harming the CEO's grandfather and ultimately beaten to death by the CEO himself. To avoid this ending, she climbed onto the CEO's lap uninvited. But when he actually leaned in to kiss her, she got shy and tried to resist, making the CEO mock her for being too innocent. Helpless, the woman turned to her best friend for advice, who suggested she go to the nightclub to find some male models. She never expected to run into the CEO there. In fact, the CEO had already fallen in love with her, but he had been keeping his distance because he suspected she was an undercover agent sent by his rival. However, upon hearing she was at the nightclub, he couldn't control himself and went to find her, kissing her publicly. To his shock, after the kiss, the woman stuffed cash into his arms. She had mistakenly taken him for a male model. This action ignited the CEO's anger, and he decided to punish her once she sobered up. But the next second, he heard her slurred love confession. Gradually, his anger subsided. The next day, when the woman woke up, she was terrified. She only remembered the CEO threatening to punish her. Desperate to please him, she brought gifts to visit his grandfather, hoping this would make the CEO spare her. But the CEO misinterpreted her gesture, thinking she was trying to murder his grandfather. Enraged, he pinned her down on the bed and tried to strangle her to death.